So let's talk about what's relevant now in 2021, because the vast majority of people in the world and people that listen, if they're not celebrities, they're just, people that's trying to grow their social media following, people that's trying to monetize, and they might not fully understand everything that's going on because everything changes so quickly. So the first question I have for you, before I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about ads and stuff like that, but I heard Apple, Facebook is changing their ads now because Apple's not sharing information anymore. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I don't really know much about it, man. I know that's been something that's been floating around the digital marketing space, and everybody's like trying to figure it out. But man, I'm still here because I figure it out every time. Every single competitor I ever had in history is bankrupt. I'm still here. I'm never going nowhere. Never. Come out whatever updates you want to come up with. I'm going to figure out a way around it because that's just how my mind works. So it haven't came yet, so it haven't been on my radar.
Okay. So
once it like literally is in my face, I'm going to just figure out a way and just make it happen. So I really don't know much about the update. But to my knowledge, just to expound on what you're talking about, is that they're basically letting people block the cookies or the IPs or the pixels and everything when you go to different websites. Like you can choose like, oh, no, I don't want this person advertising to me. And that's going to be devastating.
That's like a Facebook Pixels. So what's Facebook Pixels?
Yeah, so Facebook Pixel is equivalent to somebody coming into your store, if you're a store owner, right? And you got a pixel on your store, right? Somebody comes in, shop or don't shop, just come, window shop, and then they leave and you slap a GPS on their back. And now wherever they go, you're putting freaking billboards in front of them. They stop at the light, look to the left, spectacular. Hey, buy my shit. All right. They go, they drive, they go to the, McDonald's, they at the drive through, they look up, spectacular, buy my shit. Hey, what's up, bro? You see me. Boom. You go again, like you pull up home, and when you look to the right, your neighbor got a billboard on the top. Hey, up here, buy my shit. Right. And that's how Pixel is. It follows you every single where you go. So no matter where you go, you're going to keep running into my ad. So if everybody, once you guys go to my page to be nosy, I'm going to follow you. All right. Until you buy my shit.
So once that first click, I'm done.
Once you on there, they call it pixel hell.
It's like the jaws of life. They're not going to let you go.
And then you just got to buy from me. Once you buy from me, just buy something small. That's all. And I'll leave you alone.
But then even if you don't buy, you go to, there's a thing called retargeting ads, right?
But you remove and retarget. So when you retarget somebody, you only retarget people who didn't buy.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you talk about what a retargeting is, because the best retargeter I've ever seen is Neo Davis.
Shout out to Nehemiah.
Man, I made the mistake of going to his page one time and not actually. I just wanted to see what's going on. He's like, "Hey guys, this is the last offer." He's like, "I saw you took this one." And then I'm like, "Yo, I feel like he's here. Like, this is my man. Like I know him personally. I'm gonna buy your joint. Just I don't really know what's going on." So, but then he actually introduced me, not knowingly, to retargeting ads. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm like, yo, how did he know? So what's retargeting ads?
So retargeting is basically...
Shout out to Neo, too. That's my
shout out guy.
That's the bro.
Basically, retargeting is when somebody comes to your landing page, your website, and you have a pixel on it, all right? And you can literally go and Google how to set up a pixel. It literally takes like 5 minutes to set it up. You put your pixel on there. So everybody that comes to your website, when they come to your website, now you know they've been to your website. They have the GPS on their back. So retargeting is really to get those people back to your website. Because the hardest, where most of the money come from in advertisement is getting somebody to know about you. Mm-hmm. That's where all the money comes in at. That's called top of funnel, right? Getting somebody to know who Earn Your Leisure is. Once they know who Earn Your Leisure is, now that's when they become they in the retargeting bucket now, right? That's called middle of funnel. So now that's middle of funnel. And now once you have them in the middle of funnel, that's where the majority of your money is going to come from. So when you get them to know about you, they transfer into the middle of the funnel bucket. Now it lowers the CPM and the CPL, which is cost per lead, drastically. because they already know who you are.
It's warm. It's a warm
It's
lead.
a warm audience. They already know who you are. So this is the equivalent. So you have 100,000 people I'm targeting. Out of those 100,000 people, you're going to get a percentage that actually take action. Let's say 20%. So now you got 20,000 people. Out of those 20,000 people that take action, the next step is now those 20,000 people is in a retargeting bucket, which is the middle funnel bucket. So now that they're in the retargeting bucket, the next step is hitting all of them with advertisements. So now you're not targeting 100,000 people and only getting 20 people. You're literally targeting the 20,000 people that already took action to know about you. So it gets cheaper now because you ain't hitting 100,000 to get 20,000 actions. You're getting 20,000 people to get 20,000 actions.
Yeah.
So it cuts the price literally significantly. So that's the money. And then once they go to bottom of funnel is the people that tried to check out. Like, oh, they checked out and they went to your sales page, but they didn't purchase, but they really window shopping. They picking stuff up. And they trying it on. They going in the dressing room. Like, they serious. They just need that push.
Got to finish the race.
Yeah, you gotta finish the race, right? So now the bottom of funnel is what that's what like the ROI on that, which means return on investment, is through the roof because they just need that. They just need that extra kick, right? People believe in threes. So if you hit somebody 3 times, they feel like it's a sign from God. Like, yo, I need to buy this because evidently this is a sign right now.
I need this.
Right? It's like it's coming. And then with advertisement, it comes at the right time for people. Right. And it might be God, right? But truthfully, all right, just keeping it real. So you might get it at the right time. And it's just a reminder because like even me, when I buy stuff, I be so busy, I want to buy something, and then like something happened. I get the little shiny, like the squirrel syndrome. It's like, oh, I totally forgot what I was doing. And then the ad will pop back up. That's the retargeting. I was going to buy it. I forgot. And now the ad is just reminders. So if you needed money or you was waiting for money or like you want to wait for the right time, or that's when the ads keep reminding you. So because you in that bucket, like you right at the edge, you right at the finish line. So I just need to take you across the finish line.
Persistency gets rid of resistance.
100%. I heard Charlemagne the God say that.
South Charlemagne. so
Persistency. Yep.
What type of budget do we need to be in this space, right? Because this sounds like it could cost a lot of money, or maybe it doesn't. What type of money do we need?
Oh man, all you got to do is start off $5 a day.
$5 a day.
$5 a day. I do all my test budgets. That's $5 to $10 a day.
Okay. So what's the test? So the test budget is like, let me just put it out. If I get a response from it, I'll add some more.
Yeah, this is the beautiful thing about Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads. You get a billboard, you pay 30 grand for that billboard. It has to stay up for 30 days. If it bring in traffic, if it don't bring in traffic, and it's all like random people, but you know the demographic, you know who's driving past that actual highway. But you're stuck with that. And Facebook ads, you got all these mini billboards. And if that billboard ain't bringing in traffic, you cut it off. No more billboard. Get out of here. All right. Boom. You test this out. All right. That billboard got, some traffic. All right. So we got a billboard in Miami. We got a billboard in New York. We got a billboard in Los Angeles. Los Angeles flopped. That billboard ain't do good. Cut that off. All right. Miami, that did good. New York, that flopped. So guess what? We about to take Miami billboard and we about to put it on every single place we know. It's got to be in every single corner in Miami because that's where it's making the money at. So it's going to be in Wynwood, it's going to be in Brickell, it's going to be in South Beach, it's going to be in the hood, it's going to be everywhere because that's where the money coming from. So we shut off everything that wasn't working and now we only putting it in spots that is working. But all you need is little micro budgets. That's only $5 a day. That's going to show you where the winner is. Mm-hmm. And once you find the winner, then you just freaking go crazy and scale up in that market.
So you can do it by audience. So if I know that I have a large following in New York City, or if I have a large audience in Chicago, I can target the ad just for that city?
Yeah, you can. Okay. You can do mile radiuses too. So if you have a restaurant, let's say you got a restaurant and you got to get people to your restaurant, you can literally like just do 20, you can put your address in and then you can target people 25 miles within that radius and target your specific ad to those people. And then you can put different interests. So like if I had a music store and I was only selling Pretty Ricky music, I can literally target Trey Songz fans, Chris Brown fans, Rihanna fans, right? Because it's a similar affinity. Mm-hmm. So once you have that similar affinity, 9 out of 10, if they like you, they're going to end up liking you. right? And you just got to find out who's your competitors with the same type of affinity. And those are the people that you market to. But the game changes when you get your first 100 customers. When you get your first 100 customers, that's when you create what they call a lookalike audience. So Facebook, and the reason why they're getting so advanced, even with like the app Clubhouse, is because now you know what people like. And by you knowing what people like, you can put together those different interests, and then you can create a DNA of what your customer avatar looks like based on what Facebook puts together. So if your top 100 customers like Earn Your Leisure, Spectacular, and Pretty Ricky, 9 out of 10, if that person that liked those 3 things purchase your stuff, they're going to find millions of other people that like Earn Your Leisure, Spectacular, and Pretty Ricky. And they're going to put your advertisement right in front of them. And they're going to buy your shit.
And yours.
And mine.
So that's the lookalike.
That's the lookalike audience. And you want to do lookalikes based on 1%. You want to split it up 1%, 1% to 2%, 2% to 3%, and you 3% to 4%, all the way to 10%. And you want to split them all up in different buckets and see which one resonates the most with your message when you're doing the Facebook ads.
And you can also hurt yourself by trying to spend too much money. I've heard, right? And
Nah, long as
too quickly.
Long as you're testing the budget first. You want to test the budget. Like if you take $5 and you put them in ad sets, is basically like a billboard. So put them in ad sets. So you do 10 different like let's say 100 different ad sets for $5.
Ad sets or ad sense?
Ad sets. So
Okay.
SET.
Okay.
So ad sets. So basically you put, let's just say easy math, just say 10. Right? You got 10 and you're doing $5, $50. So you're doing $50 a day. And that $50 a day is going to take 3 to 4 days to know if it's profitable or not. 3 to 4 days, anything before that is premature. So now you have those ad sets that's going out, and then it's going to work its magic. And then you see which one got a sale, which one didn't get a sale. The ones that got a sale, you keep that going. The ones didn't get a sale, you cut those off. The ones that did get a sale, you duplicate those out. And now you scale horizontally. Now you put $5 times 10. So now you got $5 times 10. Now you that same $50 got cut off to what didn't work. And now it's going directly to what did work. And now you're building that out, scaling horizontally. And then you just change little things on it so it's not competing with the same. Like you might change the audience on each one of them. So you're doing the same as that ad that worked. And now you're switching the audiences that have similar affinities.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.